Gamegenic Ingenious Supplies.
Game Night! Tonight on Game Night, Nikki, Amanda, and me, Lincoln, are going to teach and play Fromage, a game for 1 to 4 cheeseheads designed by Ben Rossett and Matthew O'Malley and published by R2i Games. What's that smell? Is that a musty cave? Oh no, it's cheese!
Hey, Nikki.
Yeah, Link.
Will you teach us about Fromage?
I will teach you Fromage.
Okay.
I don't know.
You're not
I
gonna
can't
tell me
really
about Fromage?
teach you
I like
about
cheese.
Fromage.
It's about
I'm sad we're not eating cheese right now.
Yeah, we should. We should
This
have
game
cheese
will make us very hungry.
Yes.
and some fruit and some jam and a bottle of wine and just play this game
Okay.
in a
could
nice,
skip the
warm,
wine.
sunny day.
Okay.
Somewhere.
We don't have that happening right
we
now.
need crackers though.
And crackers.
Yeah. Does that mean we need a cow somewhere?
What off in the
so-
distance?
Oh,
Just the
okay.
bell.
Yeah.
Just the bell.
The cowbells.
Yeah.
What about the cows?
Well, they can be off in the distance, you know, like
Yeah, they get kind of smelly.
you could hear. Yeah, that's true. But you maybe hear the cowbells or something. Dunk, dunk.
Nikki was always excited to see cows on the side of the road because, you know, you don't see them here in L.A.
They're funny.
Yeah.
Cows are funny to me. I don't know.
Okay. Funny cows. Okay, well, how's this work?
So a little bit of flavor. We are cheese makers in France in the early 20th century, and we are trying to make the best cheese and get our creamery the best well-known sought-after cheese ever in France.
Okay.
All right?
Okay.
The way we are going to do that is we are going to collect resources from the board and from the center area, and then we are also going to make cheese and present them places. Like this is at a festival, this is at a cheese store, this is at a bistro, and this is
Cities or whatever? Towns?
regions.
Okay.
So it's, you know.
Are we responsible for cutting the cheese?
Oh, Lincoln. Were you waiting on that? Were you like,
Just came up to me.
hey,
You know me, come on, I'm the worst.
were you just holding that in until now?
Oh dear.
The game is going to end when a player places their last wooden cheese cheese wedge on the board. I believe we each have 14.
15.
15? Okay.
Yeah, you counted 14
oh,
before
I did
you left.
count it. I counted 14 before we took the one out of one of my workers. At game end, then we will score points for the areas on the main board and also areas on our own player board. We all have our own player board. They are all roughly the same, but they do have a little bit different requirements, even though building might
Do something
do
different.
the same thing, but it's with a different resource. Okay. We are playing the beginner version of the game. There are ways to change it up, and we can talk about that at the end of the game. So this game does have worker placement, and these are our workers. We are going to have 3 of them in our player color. I happen to be orange, so here's my orange guys. And they clip into a cheese wedge base of a specific type of cheese. So we have soft cheese is the white, we have hard cheese, which is the yellow, and then we have blue cheese, which is the blue wedge. And that matters for placement of your worker on the board, because all these areas call for specific cheese types. All right. We also have all these resources here, and just to say that resources are unlimited. So if we run out of these little things, someone could take like the 3 or the 5.
So we're not component limited?
No, we're not.
Okay, good.
Okay. Just to start out the game, we all start out with some resources based on where we are at the table. So since there's 3 of us, this is going to be my region for the game. This will be Amanda's region, and Lincoln is going to be placing in this region.
Oh, I thought I was just going to do either one.
No.
So I could do twice
You would
if
just
I decide
win
to.
a lot. Okay? The resources that we get are going to be based on this resource thing here in the center. And I am going to get what's next to me. I will get 2 berries, and then after that, I will get 1 cow. So you get 2 cows and an order, and Lincoln should have
2 cards and a
2 orders
building,
and a
barn
building
or whatever. Yeah.
Okay, so that's how that starts at the beginning of the game. If you look at the board here, there is bronze, silver, and gold spaces all over the board. So these tents are gold and bronze, and then these shelves, that's a gold shelf, silver, and a bronze shelf. And the plates here also have that same, and that helps you know when you're gonna get your worker back.
I mean, it definitely indicates, right?
Yes, it does. So the gold cheeses are aged longer. You get more points for them. You have to wait for your worker to come back longer. The bronze cheeses are aged least. You get less points for those, but your worker will come back to you sooner. So that's kind of how that works. So if I wanted to create a cheese, I would take one of my wooden cheeses and I would place it in whichever worker I have available to me at the time and put the cheese in there. Beep. And let's say I put it on this bronze one right here. Okay, so it goes in here and in here. Once everybody has placed their workers, you would also place a worker if you had it in the resource. When you place a worker in the resource, you immediately take that many resources as what you placed your worker in.
Right.
Do you need to put a cheese wedge under?
No.
No.
The type of worker and doesn't matter here, and you don't have to put a cheese wedge here because you're not. Once you take your worker back, you're taking your worker back. Yeah. When you take your worker back from here, you leave the cheese.
Okay.
Okay, but I wanted to show you that this board spins. So this worker right here is a bronze, so it's only going to age 1, which also means 1 turn, really. So it would go like that. And also the clever thing about this is if it's facing you, if the arrow of the cheese wedge is pointing at you, so there's like 3 or 4, I don't know how many different ways of knowing you've got to take your worker back.
Right.
So at the beginning of a turn, I would take this worker back, and now I have him available for me to place in the region or the area that is in front of me right now.
Yeah, in this area too.
And you would just leave your cheese?
And my cheese stays there. For endgame scoring. So a lot of all of the endgame scoring will happen here on this board, so you leave your cheese wedges in your player color on the board. And if I didn't make it clear enough, if you want to do the resource, you would put it in the resource without a cheese. And if I put it in the 1 position, I would take 1 of this resource. This resource happens to be a
order or whatever.
An order.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, it's an order. I would take 1 order. So if I put it on the 3, then I could take 3 orders, but it's also going to take longer for him to start pointing back at me. So it's all about using your 3 workers and getting them back so you are okay with having something to do on your turn in that quadrant that ends up in front of you. All right? Let me take all of this back.
I'm going to rotate back.
And go back. All right. So basically, with the pointing of the arrow and the points and the best points for the gold, it also means that the gold is going to take 3 turns to get back to you. The silver will take 2 turns to get back to you, and the bronze will take 1 turn to get back to you. Okay? Some of these actually, because we're playing a 3-player, have a little cross in them. We are not going to be allowed to place on any of those positions that have the little circle with the cross through it. For each of the areas, let's start to go over it, and then we'll get to the player board. In the festival area, this is going to be about making groups of cheese, okay, and scoring for that many cheeses that you have. So if I've got an end of a game going like this, let's say, I've got this shape here.
Right.
So for this group here, and this one, this is crazy to me. I would score, I would look at how many cheeses I've got, which is 5, and I would take 9 points for that. These cheeses here are universal cheeses. It's like all of us have our cheese in this spot. So it will, it helps you connect the spots.
Sure.
Okay? So in terms also of the gold, silver, bronze thing, golds are always going to have 2 adjoining everybody cheese. Silvers are going to have 1 adjoining cheese, and bronzes won't have any universal everybody cheese. All right, so that's something to think about when you are placing your cheeses as well in that section. All right, then we're going to go to the
Fromagerie.
Spin it the opposite direction, but we're going to the fromagerie.
Okay.
This column right here of shelves is just going to be prestige points at the end of the game, 1, 2, and 3 for being on the gold shelf. And that would accumulate if you manage to get more than 1 cheese on that specific shelf of that type. These are going to happen right away in the game. This sign is saying I can give up a good to take another type of good that I want. This is to take any good, any one good I want. And this is to take 2 different type of good or resource from the shelf, or from the thing. And then this again has a prestige point. How many cheeses do you have? And that's what it's going to get you.
Different cheeses,
Yeah.
And so different in this case would be because it has fruit or jelly in it, right? That's how you, because there's only 3 types of cheeses.
No, that's actually the number of cheeses on different shelves.
Oh, okay.
Okay? So you would count up your cheeses on different shelves and look it up and take those prestige points.
What does this wedge give you here?
Oh, so this is a resource.
Yeah.
This is going to get you fruit.
Okay.
I didn't get into it quite yet, but some cheeses require fruit.
Okay.
Fruit is in the form of the actual berry, or it'll show a little jam preserve.
Okay.
All right, and that happens. There's a scoring mechanism on your player board I'll get to with that. All right. The next position is the bistro. I will start here. We get a cow or 2 or 3 cows if you place here. The bistro is about pairing up your cheeses.
Cheese pairings?
Cheese pairings.
No wine pairings.
So you can see here on this list, if you only have a pair of cheeses, let's say like this, I have 1 pair, I would look at this. I would look at the colored plate that it is on. It is on a bronze plate and a gold plate. I would get 1 point for this cheese and 5 points for this cheese. You can, if you manage to, have as many pairings as you want. This goes to 3+.
Okay.
So if it was like this, you would only score on the top level because you don't have any pairings.
Right, because you have no pairings. So you would score for the bronze plate and the gold plate on the 0.
Interesting. Gold plate's still worth a reasonable amount of points.
Gold's always the highest for all of this. All right, that's pretty simple, that one. All right. I think I talked about the orders.
I thought those were
No, you
Amex
didn't.
cards.
They are not.
Okay.
Okay, so this resource is orders. And this is another thing that will go down onto your player board, and I'll get into that when we talk about the player board. But just like all the rest of them, depending upon where you put your wedge is how many orders you can take
Right.
from the resource. If orders are considered a resource, get that into your head, because there are some things that happen where they say such and such resource, and I never think an order is a resource, and they are. So this is an area control map. These little tokens are put out randomly onto the board, and they will score based on this little track here. These one guy ones are going to score 5 points each, because there's 2 of them, and then there is a 2-person one, which is 6 points. And there's 2 of those, and 2 of the browns. Also, the 3 one is going to score 7 points each. And that is all about area control. So if we've got...
Oh, so if it's a tie,
Yeah.
you only get 2?
If it's a tie, you only get 2. You turn this token over to equals.
Okay.
And in a 3-player game, you're still going to get some points for it. In a 2-player game, there is no tying for that ever. But if you tie, it's 0. But if we've got this area control, that's great. Like this. Oops. My cheese is in 2 spots touching this green area. You've only got your one blue touching this area, so I would control that area, and I would take this 3-person one and get 7 points at the end of the game. This one, all the bronzes touch no other area
Just one.
on the board, only the one area that it's in. The silver touches 2 areas, and the gold touches 3 adjacent areas.
Okay.
So that is also another thing when you think about placing. So as in all the other positions, when you're going to place a worker there to put a cheese there, the gold is going to take 3 turns for your worker to come back to you. So again, that's a decision you have to make about your worker placement. So that's all the quadrants on the board. So let's talk about our player boards that are in front of us. The first thing I want to get into is actually the fruit. So when you get fruit from here, you are going to put it into your basket. Then when you want to put a cheese type out that calls for either a jam or a fruit in it, you will take a fruit from your basket and place it either in the fruit cutting board or the jam cutting board. At the end of the game, the number of fruit that you have, this is going to be multiplied by the number of fruit that you have.
Right, so you want more than 1 because
Yes.
it's worth 1.
This is very sad.
Yeah.
This would be terrible scoring.
And so, when I put this on here, I have to put that fruit into the jam. I cannot choose. It has to
Yes.
be whatever's on the...
It has to be there. If you don't have the fruit, you cannot place that kind of cheese.
Okay.
All right, so that's just this board right here. Lincoln has started out with 2 orders. The orders are going to start on this side of the board. As you possibly fill them, you are going to move it into a stack face down on this side of the board. The number of orders that you fulfill in a game is right down here. You can get, if you fill 6 orders, you are going to get 10 points for that. All right. One thing about orders, it is also a resource. If you take an order and it has, you have already fulfilled it by placing a cheese here, it is not retroactive. It is a new order that you have to fill again, or it's just going to be an order that sits there and you can't do anything with it.
Unless you use it as a resource to trade in or something else.
Right. Okay.
How do you fulfill orders?
So you are going to fulfill orders when you place that specific cheese type into you're making that
Oh,
cheese
so it's
into an
immediately
area.
you've completed it by starting it.
Right.
It's not when you pull the
So,
thing off.
You have to do this specific one is you have to do a silver cheese, and it has to be a soft cheese
In that case, yeah.
in this case.
So you'd have to do it like here,
Right.
and you'd have to have it on the white.
Yeah.
Okay.
It'd have to be a soft cheese, and it has to be in a silver location, let's say, because you could fulfill this order and have it on a silver plate for this area, a silver tent for that area, a silver shelf for that area. Okay.
And it doesn't matter if it has jam or fruit on it.
This one doesn't. There are actually orders that will show a little tiny fruit icon or a jam icon on it for that. All right. Moving on to the cows or the livestock. When you gain them, they go out into your pasture here on your player board. If you want to use it, you would put it into one of these milking parlors and get that specific cheese type. Right here in the top placard here shows you how many cows you have to have for each of these. So the first one's 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then what you get. This would give me in the first blue cheese, bronze. You can only use milking parlors once per game, so use wisely. Milking parlors, when you get that cheese, you can, it's an additional cheese actually. You can place another cheese on your turn. You can use multiple milking parlors on your turn, so if you have enough cows to do 5 cows, one for this one and one for this one, you can get both of those cheeses and place them. They also fulfill orders, so those cheeses, it works for fulfilling orders as well.
Do you need to place a worker with those cheeses?
No, with the bonus cheeses, you do not have to place a worker.
Cool.
So it's a way to get extra workers out there, but I don't know.
Get more cheeses out there
Get
with
more
without
cheese
workers.
without workers. Just to point out, this very last cheese milking parlor is 5 cows, but it can get you any cheese at any age. So it can be a bronze, a silver, or a gold cheese, and it can be a soft cheese or hard cheese or a blue cheese.
Right.
So that's good.
Nice.
The top is structures. When you get structures here, you are going to place them in the field.
Their own pasture.
Their own structure pasture. And when you want to activate a structure ability, you would place the building onto these scaffoldings right here. So this first structure is going to take 2, 3. This third structure will take 2, at least on my player board.
Right.
And this last structure is going to take 5. Everybody's structure areas is a little bit different. They're going to end up giving you the same benefits, but you're going to use different resources for that benefit from board to board. When you've got the buildings here and you place a worker here in my garden shed, I am going to be able to get an extra resource of fruit.
Right.
All right. Your resource is a shed or structure, and
Mine is a
Lincoln's is a card. All right.
Can it be any of the 3 workers?
Yes. Yes.
And when do you get them back?
At the beginning of your turn.
Because
Your
they're
next
facing you?
turn, yeah, because they're just there. They're not moving around there. I have on my second one a calf barn, and that is when I'm gaining a cow, I get an additional cow. All right, so this one I'd have to be placing in this area. I put it on the 2. I would get 2 cows for placing here, and then I'd get an additional cow for this
Right.
area here. This third one for me is when I make a cheese in the fromagerie, I am going to get an extra structure. All right,
Nice.
so it would go here, and then I could use it when I wanted to. And the last one for me is any completed orders I have, I will gain 1 prestige point for each. All right?
For me, I can build a tool shed, which will give me a structure if I use it as a worker placement spot. Tasting room, when I gain a order, I gain an extra order. Market, when I make cheese in the festival, I get a cow instead. And then if I can build my specialty cheese shop, every one of the fruit and jams at the end of the game is an additional point.
Nice.
So mine is when I do this in the kitchen, it costs 2 structures. I get an order. The workshop is when I do buildings, I get an additional structure, and then the spice garden is if I make cheese in the bistro, I gain an extra fruit. And the grooming house is when I have a cow in the barn, it's 1 point. So I guess I can get up to 5 points for a cow in the barn?
No, for each parlor that you have a cow, you get 1 point. Is that right? Oh,
That
no,
seems
Linda
too
said
strong.
That's too less. It's for each cow that's in a parlor, but if your cows are not in a parlor, they don't
Sure.
cost points.
Now, can I only put them in a parlor if I'm filling it up? I have to have all 3 of them to do it? Okay.
And you have to be able to put the cheese out in the wedge you're on.
Right.
If you can't put the cheese out, you can't put your cows
Okay.
in there.
That's all of the stuff for the game.
Okay.
Just as a reminder, as soon as somebody puts their last cheese wedge out, we finish out the round and we do the scoring.
Okay.
One
Is
more.
that right? Yeah. Okay. I bumped everything around here. Okay.
Now, does it matter if the cows or sheep or goats are all built the same?
I'm not sure I made this clear, but this is simultaneous play. So we are all going to place our workers at the same time in the area that is in front of us.
Okay.
All right. And you actually don't have to place into an area if you don't want to or can't, obviously, if you
Right.
can't. All right?
Excellent.
Before we get started, let's thank Gamegenic for sponsoring this episode and for providing accessories. Today we're just using the sleeves, but we sure do love their matte sleeves.
Okay. So I need to decide. I don't know what I'm doing yet.
Get me some betties. I find that figuring out what cheese I want first helps me figure out what to do.
I'm going to
Sure.
do that.
I'm going to make this cheddar with a berry. So I like to put the cheese on first and then pop them first.
Yeah.
Which means I can take a thing and turn it into something else.
One,
I
two.
will take. I will take this berry, turn it into a structure, or do I turn it into a? Yeah, I'll turn it into a structure. Build my little tool shed.
Wow, look
use
at you
that
go.
there, and get another structure.
Okay. I did do a cheese with fruit in it.
Okay.
nice.
Yeah, I did not because I don't have fruit. So I can do this now, right?
Oh, yes.
And I probably should
Yes.
if there's a bronze cheese.
There is
one right
A
here.
blue
Yep.
cheese, yeah.
Yeah, but it's bronze. So I put one of my cheeses in there.
There you go. And we're rotating clockwise.
Yeah.
Okay.
All
Okay.
right. Do you have a cheese wedge pointing at you?
I do.
What?
I do not. I
Oh,
went
you do.
big.
Oh yeah, but that's
This is my hat unplaced.
unplaced.
So I finished that order, by the way. I finished
Oh, sweet.
the one cheese right here.
Yep.
So that's done over here.
Nice for
Excellent.
you.
Either one of them. It's the same, unfortunately.
Oh, you blocked me on the two structure.
I'm sorry.
No, that was very good. Oh, that's what I wanted to do. Oh, I can still do that.
Think.
Is that what I wanted?
Blue
Yeah, I might
cheese.
as well.
All right, so I'm doing a blue cheese right here.
I need. Oh, I'll get 2 people back, so I could do a 3 structure and build something nice. Oh. So, okay, let me undo this just so I can show. I put 3 there. I get 3 structures. Then I can build this market.
Wow, look at you go.
And then I can use the 2 cows to put this here, and because I made a cheese in the festival, I get a cow.
I'm gonna make this here,
Okay.
which is expensive, but it gives me
2 different resources of your choice.
right. Well, I definitely need fruit, so I can make fruit cheeses, and then I think I want to do structure,
All right.
Very
so
nice.
I can go over here.
Oh,
When that comes, I will get an additional structure.
All right.
nice.
And then I have fruit. Do I want another fruit for just this turn? Might as well
Right.
take it.
Yeah. Might as well.
Okay.
All right.
Rotating. Oops, sorry.
Don't quite understand why that does that.
Okay,
Cool.
hey. Ta-da!
Come back. My arm's just a little bit too short.
Okay.
Let's get that back.
Thank y'all. Thank
Okay.
y'all.
Oh. Oh, I only have 1 worker. Do I take cows or do I serve a cheese?
Oh, yeah. You know what I'm gonna do? I am going to get one of these. And see what I get. That is not what I wanted.
Mm.
But
All right, I'm going to just do... I can't do gold. I need workers.
let's contest that. Area control.
Okay.
I definitely need to. Well, first of all, I will do. Well, I may have to wait here. I want to try to place one here, but I have to figure out what I can do. Sadly, it's all yellow cheese. Sort of. I could do this with the blue cheese.
Was there fruit under there?
No.
Okay.
And then I don't want to be without stuff this next turn, so I will do that and get 2 structures.
1 structure.
Well, no.
I
he
get the
has this.
bonus
Oh,
for the
man.
workshop.
I gotta get on that.
And then maybe do the kitchen so that I can hold on to it and do it the next round if I decide to do that route.
Ready?
Yep. Okay.
Oh no, it's so fun. Wait, hold
I
on.
get both of them back.
Yes.
Yes, I do. This guy. Thank you.
I get 1 person. I'll get 1 person back. Give me those cows. Or sheep or goat.
Guess I'll do this.
Or a sheep or a goat.
Complete my
I'm
order.
gonna move.
It's
Yes.
gonna be
This
expensive.
to here. To here.
But that's okay.
Let's get some more fruit. Ah,
Pretty fruits.
am I getting anything back? Yes. We'll do 2 fruit.
Yeah, like the timing of when. Yeah,
I
you get your
know.
workers back. Oh, good.
Okay. I guess that's pointing at me because it will
Yes.
be.
Yeah. And this one for me.
Yep.
Hard cheese.
I guess I'll do this one here.
That does not work.
At least it gets a pairing. Unless there's something else I want to do here.
Oh,
It's yellow.
nope, I need it. I need it.
I could do the fruit one here. That's a gold. I'll do that. Do it here. Do that. And there's the fruit. And it was
Wow.
I have to pay attention to that,
Yeah.
which is funny. Okay, there we go.
Yep.
I have not done anything. I am going to take, yeah, that'll come back. I'll take 3 structures.
Ooh,
1,
what are you
2,
building over
and
there?
3. I'm gonna do my calf barn like you guys got going on, so I will slide that over to here.
Nice.
All right, so now when I get moo cows, I get an extra.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Bloop, 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 bloop. Definitely need that. Oh, I definitely need that. Oh, I can't. Oh, I can do it.
I have no orders. That seems like a bad deal. Like you should get orders at the beginning of the game.
Okay.
Yes.
Hmm.
Um,
Well, let me, I guess, get a card.
I'm gonna do some stuff, expensive
Then
stuff.
do this. Yeah, this is going to be expensive here.
with
Oh, wait,
jam.
hold on. Let's get the card first. Hold on. Let's see what the card is before I make any cheese. It is a silver yellow cheese,
jam.
also known as a silver yellow cheese. Um,
2 goody goats.
Okay.
Or cows.
Then I get 2.
I guess I'll make it here,
Take it up.
The little ones.
and that finishes that cheese. Cool.
That. Do I want a building?
Bloop.
Another building.
Structure. Structure.
Structure. I will take 1 worker and put it in here and get another fruit.
Nice.
I will then make this structure and put this dude here and get another fruit.
Very nice. Bloop, 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 bloop. Bloop, 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 bloop. There we go. And I get only this person back.
Mm-hmm.
I get both of these,
Very
which
nice.
is helpful.
Mm-hmm. That goes there. That goes there. That is a blue cheese. Put my blue dude on there.
Blue dude.
Blue
Blue.
dude. And 1 structure.
A blue man group. Ooh, now you can do that.
I could make a. I kind of want to try to get here, right? So I have a pairing.
Yeah.
But I've only got 1.
That's still more than any. Well, no.
I think I will do this though. So this can be, because I can get this back right away. It costs me a fruit instead of a jam, which is helpful. At least I get a point.
Yep.
And then,
Oh, I did fulfill this order just now. No, I didn't.
you do it
It
when you
had
place
fruit.
it. Yeah.
It had fruit.
And I get a cow or a goat. And I get
And I forgot I did do
Yep.
a blue cheese here, so I have an order. I'm proud of myself for 1 order filled because that's probably as good as it's gonna get.
right.
I only have 1 worker.
I think I need to get fruit.
I need to
So I'll use this.
connect the festival. Oh, which means I get that.
And then I will, which cheese to make? If I do, either one of them is going to be giving me, it increases to 2 points instead of 1. So I will do this cheese.
With the fruit.
And that is actually, if I do that, I can finish this card though. So, oh wait, no, yellow cheese. So I'll do this one with the yellow cheese, and that completes this card.
Did it have fruit or jelly in it?
It did. That was what I was doing that for. It's a jelly. Sorry, I should probably do it when I'm doing that.
I don't know. I have to keep
Yep.
rechecking my cheese all the time.
Okay. And then I'm going to do this and get another order.
Nice.
Cool. Okay. Get
Okay.
that back, get that back, get that back. Do you hear me say
Hey! Yay for Nikki. I did something right for once. Okay. I've got hard cheese.
I'm gonna get that one back. Oh, that's a good place. Oh, but oh no, dang it.
I'm gonna do this one. Is that one I need though? It is not. Maybe I should think about the cards. Let me take that back. Because cards are, it seems like that's kind of where it's driving me and I'm not really paying attention to it. Did you say that? Hey, I said,
I am going, my moo cows and sheeps are going over to number 5.
I'll do this one, which completes a cheese. Another card done.
Wow, you're
Making a
just
cheese.
completing cards left or right.
I'm making a
Slow
cheese.
down. No, it's fine.
That was completed, by the
works.
way. So that goes there. And I'm making a cheese
And I will.
Ooh,
with
we're getting
this.
close
Yeah.
to the end with someone making a lot of cheese, sir.
I'm making a lot of cheese.
Yeah, I don't think it's really helping me though.
That's fruit there.
I will.
I have 5 cheese wedges
I have
left.
3.
Oh,
I have
look
7.
at you. Oh, boy.
I know.
You're probably playing better than us, though.
I have no idea.
I don't know. I mean, she's got her cows going on. That's pretty awesome. Let me. I did this one. I need. Would really like to get some cows. I have not done that every time. It seems like it's not working out. Hey, you know what? I actually gave myself a card that I completed, which it's fine. We'll just shuffle that back in there.
Okay.
Because I put this here and I
Oh.
had changed my mind on the buildings, so I
Jeez.
screwed up.
I'm
sorry,
sorry I
guys.
didn't catch.
No, it's okay. I should have caught that. Well, maybe I just build that so that I have it for the next time.
If you want it. I mean, it seems like your strategy is orders, right?
I mean,
I guess.
Amanda's doing a better job on orders than me.
I know, I'm
It's
not
built
doing a
towards-
great... Look at all those orders she's
Yeah,
got.
but I need to get that done.
So I made that cheese. I'll stick with it. Did it need fruit? I didn't need fruit, thankfully. Okay. I'll do that. I get 2 buildings, structures. Gotta get that right. And then I'll get, so it goes here, and I'll get one of these, and so maybe I'll fix whatever the mess I made there. Okay, cool.
All right.
All right. Bloop, 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 bloop.
Okay.
I did it again to myself.
Oops. I did.
None.
I mean, give me a break, man. Yeah, none.
Kitty cow.
What is wrong with me? Well, just to do something, I will put a structure here.
Oh, you have 3 people. I had 1.
I had none. I don't know what's wrong with me.
Really, you do need to look ahead. Like, oh, how many people am I getting?
I thought I calculated it right.
Do that to get a card. And I'll do.
Can you fulfill any of those by putting a
On here, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to try.
hard cheese? You can do hard cheese.
Right.
You can do it in a silver, bronze, or, well, you can't because you don't have fruit. You can do it in a
Let
gold.
me do this as well to get another card. And then I'll just, I mean, it means I'm going to do it. They are all hard cheese. It's insane. I've had so much hard cheese.
Well, the only place for hard cheese without fruit
I know,
is
it's very
this.
Dijon. I know. I'll do it.
That's a battle.
So you have 2 of that type of cheese, but you can only fulfill 1.
That's fine.
One of them,
Yeah,
yeah.
one of them, yeah.
I'm not going to get to do the other one. So that's fine. And I mean, it's crazy how many hard cheese.
I know.
Yeah, but he's
It's
winning
been a
on
weird-
this, you're winning on
Yeah.
this, you're winning
Yeah.
on that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's
That's like
got.
a lot of points.
Okay, that works, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, I can do something this turn.
Oh. Oh, who? You did. Okay. Sorry, that was funny.
Gonna go here.
Do I want to? I think I want to. Do I want?
Or.
Oh, that was my plan. But then I wouldn't be able to do that. Okay. I think it's still gonna be my plan. All the kills. Do this. Actually. Oh.
Oh, wait. What is that?
So if I were to try to do this one, do I have to have fruit to make the one cheese that's hard? Silver?
No.
For these you don't have to?
Are you talking about this one?
Well, I think it was...
This one, right?
Yeah.
Yes, you will need a fruit for that.
Well, let me make this cheese here. And I don't know what to do. So if I get this coming back to me, this is 2 more turns. What I'll do is I'll do this last one here and just get an additional cow, right? They're worth
Sure.
points at the end of the game for
Every 2
Yep.
resource
It'd be
unused.
I would love to do these, but it just isn't happening. Okay.
Rotating?
I do get those 2 back, okay. Let's see. Well, I will get a berry. That'll be helpful. Fruit, in other words. And I'll go here.
And don't forget to move that berry over.
Oh yeah, and well, is it the right one? It does matter.
It does.
2 times, it'd be 1 times 3. Yeah, that's good actually. It works out. So that's 2. At least it's 4 points. That's awesome.
Hard cheese. Okay, I can do that. So I need to move it over to the fruit.
Ooh,
Put it
look at
here.
Ooh, Miss Fruit Lady.
I'm a fruit lady.
You're a fruit
I'm a
lady.
fruity lady.
You both are. I would love to be in the fruit game. Doesn't seem to be working for me.
Oh,
Okay,
sorry.
that's okay. Every time.
Every time. Somehow, I just...
Okay.
Part time.
Ooh, all 3 of mine comes back. Weird.
Oh, hey, this is where I get all 3 back as well. Don't know if it's helpful.
It might be your last turn. Or all of our last turn.
Right.
So basically I have to get, these don't count. So finishing this is silly.
Oh yeah, because he's gonna do cheese, and that'll be that.
Maybe. I don't even know if I can do it. Everything needs fruit. Does it count if you build it and then wait, it's the end of the game, it becomes, it's ready?
It's ready.
Okay, interesting.
Oh, boo.
Well, I feel this is it, so I got to do this probably. And then, did I complete anything? I did, didn't I? Thank goodness. One hard cheese. Gold. That works. And then,
and get 2 cows. So what I just did is worked it out so I would get some unused 2 resources. So there's 2 points
yeah, that's what I
right
did with
there.
this ultimately, which isn't ideal.
No, not necessarily.
I didn't draw any of these that I can do onto that. I know.
That board's crowded, it feels like.
So, I mean, I guess
Probably.
I don't know that
I
it
get one
matters.
more
I do
now.
have 2. I guess it's 2 points. I might as well go for the most buildings I can get to just finish that building.
Nope. Drawing extra did not help.
I forgot that too. I do get another cow.
I think.
So I'll do this over here, and that just it's worth 2 points. Not really great.
Move it over here. Okay, I'm moving this over here because I realized I get another cow. So I'm going to do 3 cows and then trigger that so I have a 4th cow, okay?
Well, why do you have to do? Oh, so you have 2.
So I have 2 and 2.
Sure.
So there's 3 additional
Makes full
points.
sense.
Yep. And you triggered the end
That
of the
is
game.
it. Yep.
Yep.
Now we're scoring.
Now we're
We
scoring.
pull these off, right?
Yes, all of your cheeses are now ready
Yeah.
for market.
It didn't mature, Nikki P. This is immature
Well,
hard cheese.
I guess you've got some low budge cheese. I don't know.
I got immature hard cheese.
All right. So first, we're going to look at the bistro.
Sure.
So what do you have going on in the bistro? You are blue. You
So I
have
have 1. And
one-
so I'm on this level.
1 pairing.
I have 2 yellow, so that's 5, plus 1 silver, so that's 13 points.
Okay, yeah. I was
Okay.
going to say, you weren't adding it up right, but you were saying they're 5
13.
each.
Yeah.
Lincoln, what do you got?
It also is 1 pairing
1 pairing.
with 1 gold, which is 5, and 4 bronzes, which is 4 points. So that's 9.
9 for Link.
You have 2, though.
I have 2 pairings, but that's...
And then 2
so-
gold is 6, that's 12. 2 silver is 8, so that's 20.
Nice.
Okay. For the bistro.
Okay, next is?
Next on the list is the festival.
Okay. Wow, we're going to have to spin it 2.
Well, I'm sorry. Maybe I should have set up the board according
doesn't
to
matter.
this.
That's fine.
I mean, we should pull the stuff off. We're done with this one, right?
Yep.
We are done with the bistro.
So this is me. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I get 12 points.
12 points.
Lincoln has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 as well. So that's
So
12
12.
points. Your biggest area is 3.
Okay,
So that is 4 points.
4. I do get that too, though. It isn't just
Oh, you
biggest.
also get 2, so you get 2 more points for that.
Is it 2?
It's
She was
3.
touching
Is-
3.
Oh, 3.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. So that's another 4 points. So you get 8 points.
8 points.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
It's not
It's not
biggest.
largest,
It's
yeah.
not largest
Yeah.
in this.
That's very
Okay.
nice.
Then we're moving on to the fromagerie.
Fromagerie. Okay, so I'm on 2 different shelves, which is 2 points plus I have 1 in here, so I get 5 points.
5.
Lincoln's on 4 different shelves, so that is 9 plus 3, that's 12. Oh, plus 1, 13.
13.
Yep, 13 points. Very nice. You're on 2 plus 2, that's 4.
Okay.
And then last but not least.
The villas.
The villa.
Okay, so
V.
this one you have 2 to my 1, so you take this one.
Yay.
This one is Lincoln, who has 2 to your 1, so you take this one.
Mm-hmm.
And then this one is all Lincoln and no one else.
Okay.
This one is
A
you
tie.
2 are tied, so I'm going to take mine off because
Yeah.
you 2 are tied here. And then this one
It's
is
just 2 points each, right?
is me.
Yeah.
Oh, so I should have left that there.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
then this one's us tied.
Tied. Okay. So, I have 5 points for this, 2 points for this, and 2 points. So, I have
9.
9 points.
Yep.
Then you've got
I've
Same as
got
me, right?
The same as. Oh no, I only have one, so I only get 7 points.
7 points. Lincoln,
I get
you have
13 plus 2, so 15.
a
Wow.
6 and a 7, and
Yep.
what did you say?
Plus this.
13 plus 2 is 15.
15 on the villas.
Very nice.
Then we do the structures.
Yep. I get nothing. I didn't build this one. You get nothing. You didn't build that one. But
Okay.
Lincoln,
I get 2 for these guys here.
you give. Oh yeah.
No,
2 points.
structures.
Yeah. Yes, that is the structure. That they're talking about this structure.
Oh,
here.
this structure here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never built it. So you get 2. Lincoln,
Yep.
2. Boop, boop.
Yep.
All right. Fruit.
Fruity fruits.
I get 4.
Lincoln gets 4.
I get 9.
9. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5
Yep.
times 2. Yeah.
Nice.
10.
Very well. Very good.
10. Completed orders.
I have 5 points for that.
Wait, how many orders do you have completed?
4.
4. Oh, okay. I have 10.
5.
Sorry.
You
what-
have 10 points.
Mhm.
Okay.
And you have 3.
I only did 3, so I get 3
3, yeah,
points. All right. Unused resources. For every 2, you get a point.
I have 1.
Yeah. Oh, that means these are also 1, 2,
Oh, wow.
3 points.
Okay, I get 2 points then.
Yep.
Lincoln, 2.
Yep.
You get
3.
3. And I get
2.
1, 2, 3.
3. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we total it.
Yep.
Beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop, beep.
Gamegenic. Ingenious supplies.
All right. We have got Nikki at 57, Amanda at 59, and Lincoln at 62.
Wow. Huh.
It's close though.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
no, it's definitely close. Well, what do you think, Nikki P?
I like it, and maybe it's because of the hokey mechanic of spinning the board. I don't know.
Well, you're also good at combos. I think you do really, really good at combos.
Oh, thank
You're
you.
one of the better people that, engine building kind of thing. You always say that you're bad, but I feel you have
Maybe I've
good
gotten
skill.
better.
Yeah, that's true.
Because I was terrible when we first started playing games, and that I knew it was a weak spot. And I worked really hard on it, and I still don't think I'm that great, because you sit me down with Aaron and Dave, and it's like not even.
Well, you can't
That's
compare
not true.
yourself.
You've beat them too, right? It's funny. I don't think you're recollecting it very
Okay.
well, but
All right.
you are a good engine build. You and Deborah and Aaron. Aaron's amazing. But you have beat them. So, I mean, you have skills for sure.
I mean, I do have fun playing this game. I really do like the turning board. I don't know if this game needs to have the lopsided,
Oh, yeah, the asymmetric.
the asymmetric buildings. I mean, I
Well,
don't
and you
know.
can really make it change because you
Yes.
can change them with tiles, right?
Absolutely.
Well, we should talk about some of the
There's
things
a
that change
bunch
the
of
game.
things you
Yeah.
can change in the game once we're done with, I guess, this part of it. But I don't know. I have fun just placing cheese and thinking about cheese.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
How's
believe me,
that?
that's a good thing too. What do you think, Amanda?
I actually like it because it's a quick game. I like that there's a timing aspect to it, and just to be aware of when your workers come back and when that push and pull of, do I want to make a more valuable cheese, or do I want to do a less valuable but have more workers in a later one, and then kind of looking ahead.
Yeah.
I don't like area control, but this is not bad because it's only
Yeah.
1/4
One
of the,
part of it,
one
yeah.
of the, only a single part
Yeah.
of it. I also just like putting things out and having a little person stand on top of it.
I mean, it's really a neat mechanism for
yeah,
sure.
it's cute, and yeah, it is a little, quirky, but the rondelle is just,
Yeah.
and then having like little, cows I can move around and structures. It's really visually appealing,
Okay.
right?
One thing to me, though, that I forgot to mention was because we're playing in threes, I'm slightly worried that it messed with my head as far as when I was getting my cheese wedge back, because it wasn't just 2, it wasn't 4, so we were kind of looking at it a little.
I guess
on
so.
the
I think I feel the game is
I don't know.
best with 2 as far as that part looking
Okay.
very clear.
Right.
Maybe, I mean, it seems like when it's like this, you're going to have it be pointing
Yeah.
to your board, right?
Yeah.
Which works too. But I'm like, when you want it to point to you, I think it needs to be too clear.
Well, in the
Or 4.
rule book, it shows a table like this, but it also shows like a normal card table with 4, where it's very clear what is pointing at you and what's going to come back to you is very clear. I didn't think it messed with my head that much, but I feel like maybe it did, because there were 2 times, I don't know, maybe
Yeah, I think
maybe 3, where I had no workers back.
Right.
And I'm like, that's
I don't think
not
I ever had
good.
near 0. I did basically try to pick things that were 1s.
Yeah.
I'm actually shocked that Amanda did not do better, because look how strong that board is.
Yeah, but I didn't get this. If I got that, that was 6 more points right there.
Sure. Oh, and you would have won
Yeah.
for sure. I mean, it is close enough that even 6 points would have beaten me with Nikki if she was able to do something like that. But you had 6 orders filled, and I was trying. So that's one of my problems with the game, which is just randomness. But I had all hard cheeses. I might have the one cheese that I took out by accident might have been a different kind of
Yeah.
cheese.
Yeah.
But
That's crazy.
all hard cheese.
don't
You can't do that much
Yeah.
stuff. It's impossible, particularly with the gold. It's 3 turns, right? It's weird. Like, I just wish there was some way to mulligan these cards, because I have played this one other time, and I believe I had the exact same experience.
Oh my
Like,
gosh, that's crazy.
Tons, and I believe it was hard cheese the last time. I could be wrong. It might have been blue, but man, it is hard. Like,
Yeah.
not being able. Now, again, I won the game, so I shouldn't be complaining. But I just.
Oh, the
I-
last turn, my luck, I drew 4 cards that I couldn't finish on the board I was at. If I could finish one more, I would have won with 4 extra points.
For sure. I mean,
So
that would be
that is,
huge, right?
Yeah, a weird luck thing, right?
You did have soft. I had two hard cheeses and a soft.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. I really like the game. I love the idea of this. I like that you are looking at the thing. I will tell you, I didn't have the same problem with Nikki as much, but much better clarity when we
Yeah,
played it with 2.
sure.
And I really liked that. And I don't know how you fix that, right? I mean, I guess if you're playing on a 4-player card table, then it's great too.
Right.
Yeah.
So
I
2 and
mean-
4 is the best, right?
I still love the mechanic.
Oh yeah, it's
But-
great. It's great. And I think everything about it looks great. I love the art. Really nice kind of retro style, wood cutting
Yeah.
kind of art. That's just great.
And the iconography, I love how they did the bronze, gold, silver.
Yeah.
Right? And it just made it easy. Like, okay, so gold always takes 3 turns to come back.
Yes.
Versus, bronze is 1 turn.
The interesting thing is like this. As much as I was drawing the right cards if I was going to get what I wanted, which was in here, but I couldn't. I did fine over there, but like I couldn't get the fruit. Like it was just a weird thing where I had the wrong synergy to get what I needed. I ended up scoring 4 points, which was not that terribly far behind you guys on the fruit. So ultimately it wasn't that bad, but it sure felt terrible because I couldn't do them. I was like, it's weird. Like Nikki started with fruit the last time, and I feel that's huge because you can do things that the other person can't. Particularly, let's see, where did we start? Was it like I got cards. I got cards and
Yeah,
building.
it was like this because I wanted the festival for game explanation, just the order
Sure.
I had done it, but
And yeah, this would be randomized depending
Oh,
on
yeah, there's a lot.
Yeah.
There's way more we haven't even talked about yet that
Yeah.
actually makes this game
Right.
really interesting. So, ultimately, of course, it's luck. It's just insane that I have now had several times where the cheese is just not in my favor. And that's fine. I knew it was... I know how this game is. You can't focus on everything.
No.
Right? You cannot focus on everything. You need to focus on something. And so this is why I was a little bit more focused here and here, I think. Right? But I was here too. I was basically like putting cheese out more than dealing with this board, which wins the game, I guess, in this case.
Yeah.
I don't know that it always wins the game.
I don't know because this to me feels so strong to do
For
the
sure.
fruit.
And this is like a free cheese. And then if you had your board,
Yeah, and you
where
placed
guys
3
were on the
cheeses
board.
that way, and you were
Yeah.
still 3 cheeses
Yeah.
behind or something
Yeah.
like that at the end. You had 3 that were incomplete, and Nikki
And
had
I
4.
only did 1 cheese there.
Yeah, I only did 1 too because I couldn't.
Yeah.
I couldn't make the cow situation. Like, I feel like I never had 0, I don't think, but I definitely had 1, you know, and 1 is hard. And I think in every instance, I took the cheese, clearly. I placed cheese every round for sure, and got 1 freebie from doing this, 1 out of turn. I guess they know what they're doing as far as limiting that if you have all 3, that you can't place 2 cheese at once,
Yeah.
which is, I mean, it must be super powerful.
Well, like, let's say you had it right, you could do a pairing right away if you could place 2 cheeses in the making cheese area. That would be
Right.
really strong.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You could seal the deal on some of these spots here.
Yeah, I did pretty well though on those. I just committed to it's going to be 3. Like I just wanted to finish orders. I was taking these expensive,
Places.
time sensitive kind of things, intensive things.
Yeah.
Not wanting to take them.
Oh.
But you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
It ended up giving me 5 points, right? Because I completed 4. But yeah, it was terrible. Like just being able to make them happen. Because I started with 2 soft cheeses. I don't remember which ones they were, but 2 soft hard. Well, not aged 1 month hard cheeses, right?
Okay.
And then I got gold and I did 1. I mean, I was like, you can only do 1. I'm like, yeah, I know. And then I got another one, and they're both. One of them was the end of the game, which seems like a cheat, right? I mean, ultimately, but I do think the game is interesting, and I mean, these guys have made some other interesting games too. They do some, the
Yeah.
Search for Planet X, I think,
Oh,
and
okay.
the Animals one, I think, both of theirs,
Yeah.
I think so. So I mean, this is exciting to me because it's a different kind of design, right? And this feels very Euro with some neat
Oh, yeah.
chrome on it, right?
Yeah. It's very Euro.
Yeah, it's awesome, and I like that it's a different. I also love that you're really only thinking about your pie.
Yeah.
Like all
Yeah.
you're thinking about is this. What can you
Right.
do with it? But I spent way more time thinking about it than I thought I would. Right?
Okay.
Like, how do I do this? What do I do? Especially because I was working I had to I was taking inexpensive cheeses, time-wise, inexpensive cheeses to just get this back, right? And I did get those 2 done. Maybe I might have done 1 other card, but this is the one thing that's weird to me, right? Just it's great though. I just have to get my head wrapped around it because I don't think, it must be on every one of these. I don't remember what board I had previously, but I think I kind of maybe had your board because I feel like I got,
lot of
mine was like
sheds.
more building, but I don't remember this at all. I mean, there's more, so
Yeah,
maybe
there
that's the
is
thing,
more.
and but yeah, it's cool. There's a lot to the game. So why don't you tell us a
Okay.
little bit about what's in the game?
All right, so let's do this. Like Amanda said, this goes in randomly, however you plop it down.
Interesting.
The-
I think I was kind of lopsided. I mentioned something. I think I was kind of lopsided on
The
that.
board
where
is
it didn't
in
match.
these sections
Yeah,
like
that's awesome.
this. And there's an insert that you put into the section. Oh, hey, this was a 2.
Right.
So,
So you did kind of mix it up already.
we mixed it up, and that's totally fine. But they do recommend that you play with the easy, what they would call the easy side. So you would play with level 1, and then you put in by number of players. So these are the 3-player board,
Okay.
and you just slide them right in, and they all change, and there's more of them. And I'm not
Interesting.
even going to do that. So they're all like that.
Okay.
Like I had been saying, our player boards are asymmetrical, but up here at the top of the buildings, there are tiles that you can put in these building spots that do different things.
Yeah, that's interesting to me. There's a lot of tiles for that too.
All right, so we've got, here's what one of the other player boards had on it.
Can be cows.
So
That
it's
might have
cows
been, that might have
instead.
been the one I had.
Yeah. And you
All
get
right.
more fruit. Interesting.
Yeah, I don't
And
remember
here's
that,
some
though.
more of the sheets. So this is a side 1 for 1 to 2 players. So there is a solo in here. So that would be for each of those areas. And then there's for 4 players, and this is also double-sided for 1 or 2.
So it actually has, it looks like it has something underneath here as well.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have any blocked areas. So does that mean it's a 4-player board?
Yeah, it's an additional 4-player board. So you get the 4-player
So if you
here,
see
but
here-
you get another one here.
This is one I think we did on this, but then there's this one that blocks,
Yeah,
makes that like these 2 areas a little more challenging. 'Cause
Right.
You can't do a cheese in those spots.
And
Alright.
the people that are on those areas are randomized as well. So like that blocked area could be like really high or low value. That's
Yeah.
interesting.
so here's a whole bunch of tiles
Right.
for your buildings here that you can change up your
Your player board,
player board.
make it even more
Right.
varied.
I don't have
Do you
these
draft them in
any
something and
order.
then choose?
Yes, you would draft these.
Okay.
So anyways, whoa, so I made a big mess.
Oh, and the back tells you exactly what it is.
So it is a
Right.
draft though. Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
but it's a draft. I didn't look up how you draft it.
No, that's
but
fine.
there you go. So you can really change up the game.
Interesting. Yeah, it is weird. There's definitely luck in these cards. And you said you drew several and didn't get what you needed.
Yeah, on my last turn I drew 4 and didn't get what I needed.
Interesting.
Oh, look, see? Here's a jamboree.
Oh, but you have
But
to
you have to
use
have
your
3.
cheddar. You have to use your hard cheese.
And,
Oh, wow, you
and
have
it's
to-
a 3-structure one instead of a 2-structure one like our
Oh, that's interesting.
thing.
Or you can get a discount on milking parlors
Wow.
Oh, wow.
or discount on structures.
Wow.
Yeah, there's a lot. A lot.
Intriguing.
Oh, look at this. At the end of the game, take 1 extra turn.
Oh, come on,
That's
man.
crazy.
That could get you a lot of points if you
Yeah.
can work it.
Wow. Well, that would benefit you if you still had cheese left to. You have to make sure that you're behind,
you have one worker.
Yeah, and you
Right.
just, only you would move the board over and then do an additional turn before everybody scores. That's very interesting.
Yeah.
Only you.
Yeah. Well, cool. Thanks for teaching us, Nikki
You are
P.
welcome.
And thanks again to Gamegenic for sponsoring this episode and for providing accessories. And thanks to you for watching. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up button and subscribe. And if you do, click on the bell to get notified when we put up new videos. See you next time.